Did anyone come out of this debate as a winner? Did they do what they need to make a splash on Super Tuesday? Paul Begala is a Democratic strategist and a former advisor to President Clinton, and Rachel Maddow is host on the liberal radio network Air America. Hey, folks, nice to see you both. If you're an undecided Democratic voter sitting in one of the 22 states in play on Tuesday, did you lean in one direction or another last night? Paul, start.
You know, they both did what they had to do. You know, Barack has what his campaign calls a stature gap. They feel like they closed that gap. He sat there and went toe-to-toe with Hillary. A lot of Democrats are going to think he won the exchange on Iraq because he's been more liberal on that from the beginning. But Hillary has, I think, what her campaign would call a warmth gap, right? Sometimes on the stump she seems a little stiff. She was funny and warm. So I think they both did what they needed to do.
They made nice, Rachel, and that was more important for Hillary than for Obama last night, wasn't it? Because if this got aggressive and nasty, she's going to look like the bad one.
They both looked friendly. He looked funny. So that was the first time that he's really shown a lot of humor, I thought, and that helped him. But the big picture here is that Democrats like them both. The biggest applause of the night was, you guys look like a dream ticket. In terms of finding grounds on which to decide between the two of them, I mean, maybe it's going to be Iraq. It's not going to be the minutia of the differences in their health policies. Democrats like them both.
How about this idea of, Monday night at the State of the Union, there was the perceived Obama snub of Hillary Clinton. Last night, he couldn't find enough chairs to hold for her. Did he go overboard?
No, they need that. This thing, because there are no great issue distinctions, it's become kind of personal and nasty. And last night, they put a lot of that to bed. And what a contrast between the Republican debate, where McCain looked like he was auditioning for the sequel of Grumpy Old Men. You know, I mean, it was, and he's winning, and he's grouchy. So, I mean, what's it going to be like?
You're actually funny this morning. What's happening here? Let's talk a little bit about the distinctions they did try to draw, because there was content to the debate, and Iraq, as you brought up a second ago, was one of the subjects. Hillary Clinton continues to say, when I voted for the resolution to authorize us going to war in 2002, it was a vote for diplomacy. And Barack Obama says, no, this was a vote to go to war. You wrote a book, right? You co-authored a book. In that book, you said anybody who says this was anything but a vote to go to war is full of bunk.
Right, and that's because the editor changed the word.
But so, I mean, when Mrs. Clinton keeps saying it was all about diplomacy, is it bunk?
I think most Democrats think so. So what she needs to do is push it into the future. She always loses when it's a backward-looking debate about Iraq 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. But she can do fine pushing forward. Who's the best one to get us out of this? And as long as she's looking backward, she gets wrapped around the axle. But when she projects forward, Democrats see her as a more plausible commander-in-chief.
Last night she didn't effectively do that. Last night it really was about that 0-2 vote. And I actually thought it was insulting. I remember listening to that Senate floor speech on that night in October 2002. I remember driving around because I was listening to it on the radio. I remember personally crying when I heard her give that speech because I could not believe that Hillary Clinton was voting for the war. Everybody knew it was a vote for the war. For her to revise that history now, I think insults Democrats who remember that time.
Real quickly, 30 seconds left, 4 days left until Super Tuesday. What does Hillary Clinton have to do between now and then to get the most delegates on Super Tuesday?
I think Hillary Clinton is doing very well. She's not spiking. She's not plummeting. What's going to happen on Super Tuesday totally depends on Barack Obama.
What does Barack Obama, it's kind of weird me asking you this, but what does Barack Obama have to do?
Well, just like I think Hillary needs to elevate, inspire a little more. Frankly, Barack needs to bring it down a little more. You know, a woman at the airport said to me, I can't eat a speech. You know, he needs to be a little more specific about the economy. She needs to be a little more inspirational.
How can she be inspirational standing next to him, though?
So, I think so. She'd be the first woman ever. She pointed that out. It's like my kids have the placemat. White guy, white guy, white guy, white guy. Oh, look, there's Lincoln. You know, and he does a good job of showing how he'd be different. And she needs to elevate and show how she's the first woman ever to win a presidential primary.